Assets and Control via Fraud. October 12, 2019 by Anna von Reitz. These 5 words sum up what the enemies of mankind seek and, for the last 150 years, the means they have most often employed to get what they want: fraud. It's really what you need to concentrate your attention on. Ignore mainstream TV. Ignore racism as an issue. Ignore LGBT as an issue. Ignore Democrat v. Republican as an issue. Ignore Catholic v. Protestant as an issue. Forget Muslim v. Christian as an issue. None of these things are the issues. The actual issues are money and control, and when you come right down to it, money isn't even the issue. It's control that they seek, control over your minds and your bodies and your souls and your land and your labor and your resources and your national currencies and your children and your education and everything else you can name. They even want to dictate what foods you can eat and what herbs you can ingest, and at the same time dictate vaccination programs and 5G and everything else that is evil in the world. And for what? Profit. Profit they don't even need. They are so disgustingly filthy rich already from all that they have commandeered and pillaged and embezzled. It's not about the endlessly changing platter of issues designed to separate people into opposing camps and play them against each other. It's about money, but beyond money it's about what money buys for them: control of your lives and your minds. There is a true God. That much I know from my own experience. There is a spirit of truth. I know that, too, directly. I can testify to its existence and its power. But it doesn't conform to the ideas and prejudices of men. It is divine and it lives and it does what it will, without asking the Pope or Pat Roberts. We need to stop arguing and start observing and learning and realizing that 90% of what we have assumed about our government and about the way the world works is pure, unmitigated nonsense. And then look around the corners, as my mother used to say. Zoom out and look at the larger picture so you can see what they are trying to achieve. From where I sit, it's obvious that they are trying to ensnare as many Americans as they can to continue paying their debts for them. These arbitration awards are a salt lick. If they pay out at all, and I see no reason why they would be paid with what? Military script issued as debt notes, based on the victim's own assets, which they will donate to the British King, by voluntarily standing under his law and subjecting themselves to him as self-admitted British territorial, United States citizens. Which explains the whole deal, and also why the flag officers have been pushing this. As we have learned, the British monarch directs the U.S. Navy on the high seas and navigable inland waterways. The flag officers are stuck in the capacity of United States citizens, and they get their pay from bilking clueless Americans, so why not cheat and deceive as many as possible? Misery loves company. If you aren't on your toes, you can be classified as a United States citizen, just like them, and be obligated to serve the British monarch and pay his debts, and the debts of his master, the Pope, too. And interestingly, they get what they want, whether any of the Americans falling for this get paid a dime or not. Has it occurred to you all yet that the game isn't about giving you money? The arbitration awards are about getting a viable claim on your land and soil assets from you, and they can accomplish that for free simply by having you sign the dotted line and claiming to be a British territorial United States citizen, willingly subjecting yourself to the Queen in exchange for what? Why is their military script issued as debt notes? Why not just issue credit notes outright? It's because they are already in debt to you when they issue the notes. It's a double embezzlement scheme. They borrow your assets by taking title to them at the hospital. They issue their military script based on your assets, which means that they ultimately owe you for backing their script and their spending. They owe the script they propose to give you, to you, already, but you are never told this. And it turns out that they set this whole system up using criminal means and false presumptions, so that they don't actually have any valid claim on you or your assets. If they can give you a pile of their debt notes, which are, remember, all backed by your own assets, as an arbitration award, and get you to sign up and admit to being a British territorial United States citizen, guess what? They secure that vital missing piece, a valid contract from you, agreeing to all this garbage and fraud. They get to stand there and say, see? He willingly subjected himself to the King of the Commonwealth. He donated all his assets to us, voluntarily. 10 gives you 20 that they don't ever pay out any awards, or maybe just a drib to seal the deal. Why would they? The moment you sign, they have what they want. It's the same scam as home loans. You think they are offering to give you money at interest to build a home, but what they are actually soliciting is for you to loan your home to them as an asset they can issue credit against. We are working to shut down all these undisclosed and outrageous contracting processes as we speak, but in the meantime, be aware. Be sharp. Be not like dumb driven cattle stampeding toward any trough offered to you. Think. 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 I now have hard evidence that at least a substantial number of flag officers are in mutiny against our civilian government and working to undermine our states and our people. Just this morning, one of them admitted to being a traitor and taunted me saying that at least he wouldn't get arrested because he is working for the crooks. I have news for him.